Hello, sir. I will be presenting the course project on guest house booking system for IITG, which is made by me. So I'll just skim through the PPT first, then I'll show you the code. So yeah, my task was to build a guest house booking system for IITG. So the main motivation for this was that the current guest house system had some shortcomings, including the lack of transparency in the pricing model and no incentive for like there was no system for any pricing difference that would be done if a student or a faculty member is booking the making the booking. So for that, I have implemented a pricing strategy where like faculty, deans, and HODs as well as some external guests are coming, so they will get a discount. They will get a certain discount whenever they're making a booking. And the current system also does not allow the users to select specific rooms or choose a preferred guest houses, which limits the flexibility. So that's why these are the main reasons that is my motivation. There are also reasons like there is no system to review to leave a review about how your experience was or anything that could be changed in the current system, as well as no notification system as far as I know. So I have implemented. Let's get to the features. So there's a robust authentication system which allows one to register as a student, faculty, dean, HODs, or an external guest. And you can log in according to your role, and the dashboard will be tailored to your that role. So student won't be able to see any details of a faculty, etc. And there's also an admin which approves the booking and can see all the ongoing bookings. So yeah, then there's a intuitive user interface for making the booking, which asks you for the option to for your preferred guest house and room, and allows you to add more than one guest. I will show that when I'm make, showcasing the demo. I also made a notification system where whenever a booking is made, an email is sent to the user, which is I accomplished using email. Yes, I tried several other clients, but there was some issue or the other with them, so I just use email chase for this. Apart from that, there's a in user interface to view the details for the user's current and past bookings, where the status of that booking is reflected on that page itself. And you can also see the details of that booking, like what are the details of the guests that you entered when you made that booking. Then I've created some certain helper functions that determine the best available room based on the guest requirement as well as the price, which is displayed on the admin dashboard. So the admin really doesn't have to do anything. The system will assign a room tailored to that guest's need and also give the price for that. So the admin just have to approve it based on that only. So he doesn't have to calculate the price himself or choose a room for the guest themselves. So that is something I've done. Then there's a robust system that does not allow the admin to approve bookings which has clashes with other bookings as well. So yeah, again, the admin does not have to do anything regarding that. So it will automatically give a warning message whenever he attempts to uh, approve a booking that is clashing with some other booking. So yeah. So for this, I've used React.js for the front end, Node.js for the back end, and MySQL using XAMPP for the database. So this is my ER diagram. I have made a users table which has certain columns. I will show it in the XAMPP file as XAMPP portal as well. Then we have a bookings table, which is linked to a booking details table, which has all the booking details of the booking that is made for each user, each guest. And then there are the rooms table with the guest house as well. So yeah, I will show you the uh, the schema through this PHP admin only. So we have a users table where we have the UID username, password hash, uh, email, role, created date, updated at, and name. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the users table. Uh, this is the users table. That is fine. Then we have the guest houses, which has the guest house ID, the name, the location, number of rooms available. I just use some dummy variable for ease of testing. The like the standard created at and updated at. Uh, if like a new room is built there or a room is not available due to some reason, so it would reflect when it was updated. Then we have a bookings. We have a rooms table. Yeah. So I've created all the I filled all the values with all the rooms. So we have a RID, the guest house ID where it is linked, the room number, the capacity, as well as the price per night, which is just some random assortment of numbers. Nothing really, no real pattern here. So yeah, now we have the bookings. So booking has a booking ID, a foreign key is UID, RID, the start date of the booking, the end date of the booking, what is the status, if it is official or not, depending on if the HOD or someone books, when it was created, the final price, and any remarks that were left for that. So for bookings that have not been accepted or rejected yet, the room ID will be a null value because obviously not a room hasn't been assigned to that booking yet, and final price would be zero. So yeah, that was one logic I implemented. Then we have the booking details, which is basically the details of the guests. Uh, just 1 minute. Yeah. So you have the booking details ID, the booking ID, which is the foreign key, the guest name, the phone number, the visitor ID card, like just the ID. So because I couldn't really add an option to upload the ID card. The preferred occupancy, which would be by default zero or null for a preferred guest as an occupancy. Uh, but depending on if the user doesn't fill anything for that, which is why. And then there's preferred room, uh, and address, email, relationship with user, time of departure, time of arrival, purpose of visit. Pretty standard things here. So yeah, that is the system. That is the the schema for the whole database. Now I will show you the demo for this. Just 1 minute. I'll have to go to that folder to run it. I will run the yeah. I will run the front end first, and then I will have to run the back end as well. The backend is just a file called server.js. I'll just do this. Yeah, so the server is running, MySQL server, it is connected, and I can just follow this link to go here. So yeah, this is the login page. I'll show you the code of how it looks. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So my login, the code for my login page, the front end basically is like pretty standard. I'm storing a username, a password, there's a navigate, handle change, handle submit, which calls the endpoint login in post, and according to the response, it will determine the user role itself, which is in the code for the backend only. Let me show you. Yeah, so this is how the backend looks. I've used Node.js. There's uh like connecting to the MySQL, all that stuff, and then there's a this one minute. Yeah, actually made some changes. Yeah. So there's a get user info which is needed whenever you log in so that you can display, like this is basically authentication check. If no session.user is found, then it would just give an error and unauthorized, no session found. And then like it is just selecting all the details and fetching that. So this is just for that and to display some info about the user in the database in the dashboard, sorry. Then we have a register, like before register, let me show you the login function. And this is also a check session to see if it is stored. Okay. And we have a login where I run a query like this. Uh, and according to that, it will compare the passwords which are stored in the hash password, the password, and accordingly it would authenticate the post. Yeah, so there's some redundant code I defined get user info twice for some reason, but it would not really matter as much. Okay, so yeah, that is the login function. This is how it looks, and it is returning the HTML. So before logging in, let me just register just for the demonstration purposes. I'll just add my name, some username which has to be unique. So I'll just add something like this. I'm showing to three. The password, which have to be same, and an email, which is this email is where the email would be sent whenever you are registering, when you're making a booking. Yeah. So for now, I'll just select student. See, it registered, and it would be reflected here as well. Yeah, the details are here. So how it works is, uh, I skipped over the registered. Yeah, so you have these values coming in from the front end, which is here. Yeah, these are the values that we are changing. And then we are performing validation, performing a post request to the endpoint register. And then if the request is successful, it would navigate to login. Otherwise, it would just give a user registration failed error and it will perform the registration. And this is the just the HTML for that. So yeah, in register, it would just hash the password using bcrypt and insert it into the users table. So that's how this function works. So let me just log in. Yeah, so this is the dashboard. I've used the get user info function to yeah. So this is what the get user function is fetching, the username, password hash, etc. Everything that you need. These are just some debugging print statements I've put here. Yeah, this is not something as well. It's just for debugging. Just ignore this. So yeah, this is what it is fetching in the console. So yeah, this is student portal. You can see I have implemented a pricing detail where like this is just the example of how it can be done, but I have just used students get notified, faculty get 15% discount, department and get 25% discount, external gets 10% discount. So yeah, I have to log in again. Just a minute. Yeah, so when you apply for accommodation, you would get to this page. Okay, so for example, I'll just add some random numbers, random values here for demonstration purposes. I will add some numbers, some email here, friend, and you can also add another guest here, and you remove that guest. So I'll just add another guest here for demonstration purposes again. Address, um, whatever, email and co-worker. Yeah, decide done. If you can select the preferred occupancy, it should be, for example, two. You can select a preferred guest, and for now I'm just leaving it blank. And then like today's 20th, I'll just do it for 21st to uh 23rd. So yeah. So purpose of visit is something like traveling, whatever, and you can just add a remark that I don't know, something like this. I missed out a field. Oh yeah, it somehow got erased. Wait. Oh, okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I had to pause in between because there was something wrong with email.js account that I had created. The service a token had expired, so I had to restart it again. So yeah, so I'll make the booking now so that it would work. So I'll just add this, something like that. ID number, some dummy address, um, my email ID. Yeah, and then you can add an occupancy. I'll add two. The date of booking, I'll just put this here, put this dates. For example, I think there can be some remarks. So yeah, we submit the booking, and an email will be sent to me like this. So yeah, as you can see, all the details that I filled up have been sent to me. The booking ID, purpose of travel, preferred visitor, remarks, etc. So this is how the email thing works. And then we have the booking. So for test testing, I made two other bookings before, so just ignore these. We have this booking that we just made. As you can see, we can view the bookings here, which is guest name, phone, email, visitor ID, address, visitor's preferred room, arrival date, etc. So yeah, that is how this works. So let's go to the admin side to see how the approval system would work. So I already created an account as an admin, so I'll just use this. Yeah. So yeah, as an admin, you can look at all of the bookings that are pending across the entire platform. I didn't bother including the history because that would be redundant. Like, why would you want to view the history? So yeah, this is the booking that we just made. As you can see, you can view the details of that booking. Then you can look at like this is also something I booked just now for testing. So as you can see, this is how this looks for that time. During that period, this 21st to 23rd April, the room 101 has not been booked by any of the other bookings. So if I choose room 101, the preferred occupancy, according to the preferred occupancy, it has assigned room 101. Like as you can see in the bookings field, or rather in the booking details table, this is the entry we just filled. So accordingly, it has assigned the room 101 to this. I can show you how that function works. A lot of endpoints here. So and this is get pending bookings and points, update status of the booking, get booking details according to booking ID, and apply and booking. All of these endpoints are there. You can look at it, pretty standard. And this is the email content that is being sent, which is through the email chase. Yeah. And then this is determine available room, that function. This is called here, it is defined somewhere else. Yeah, this is defined here. So this is the base query which starts that looking at all of the available rooms. And if a preferred guest house or a preferred room is specified, it would add it to that query. Then it would limit it to one since we'll need a one room for this type of booking. Then we have like you can limit this to several other or like you can limit to two or three rooms. I didn't do that due to lack of time, so I'm just demonstrating it for one how it would work for one room. We have the query parameters, which is the departure and arrival date, which determine if a room is available or not. So we execute a query which checks for that. It runs that query, which is the base query we just defined with the query parameters. And accordingly, if there is a available room, it would return it like this, or it would just return null, which is that there is no room available. So according to that, if there are room details, like if there's error data something else, it will give internal server error. If there are room details, it would just give the JSON of that with the status this and the room details. Else it would just give that there's no available room and so send a 404 response. So yeah, I've also defined like I'll just explain these functions. Yeah, like this is the function to get the role user role, which is useful for authentication. We have the get price per night, which just calls the price per night from room. We have the function that calculates the price. So like here I have here calling the user role, which determines uh, whether you're a student, HOD or faculty, and whether you would need a discount or not. We have a get price per night function that is called, which gets the price. Um, and then we get the days for which they are staying according to this string here, which gets the end date and the start date and divides it by this just to get the yeah, just to get the day format. We have the roles. If there's the faculty, the discount would be for the 0.15, which is 15%, and 25%, 10%. So yeah, it will give the final price for that and return that. So accordingly, it would work. This is calculating booking cost to endpoint, and yeah, so this is how it works. So if I have 101 here, if I get the price, it will give 2000, which as you can see is correct because we the price per night is 1000 and we booked the room for 2 days, as you can see here, 21st to 23rd. So yeah, you can accept this booking, enter any remarks. I'll just leave it as blank here, and you can update the booking, and booking is updated successfully. Now if you see um like yeah, so I'll just show you uh 23, 23. So yeah. So as you can see, this is in the booking history, which has been approved from the final price and all the details. So just for demonstration, I will again apply for a booking for for the same duration of time, just to show that it won't allow you to book for that time period. Um, so yeah, I'll just do this. Um, 22nd. No, sorry, 22nd, 21st to 23rd. So here's the travel. If I submit the booking, I can see it here. The confirmation mail has been sent, as you can see. Yeah, it's here. Uh, then it would reflect here 42. Now, if we go to the admin's side, yeah, view bookings. This is the booking that we just made. If you see, it automatically suggested room 102 because room 101 is not available during the time period that has been specified for this. So if I try to give it room 101 only, with the price, and I accept it, it would give me an error. Fail to update booking. There is a conflict with the timings of the booking. So yeah, this won't work basically. So it would just again suggest 102, and we get the price for that. And then we can update the booking. So yeah, that's how these conflicts are managed for this. So let me just this is how it looks for this. I can show you. Yeah, already explained the functions, price, and available rooms, apply booking. So yeah, this is the gist of whatever I've done for this project. It can be the pricing details also, and like I'll just also explain how I'll just also show how for someone who's a faculty or something, it would give a discounted role. Yep, yeah, I'll just show that very quickly. Yeah, yes, for a faculty, just so I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just quickly apply for a competition. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. Same time period, doesn't matter. Travel, submit a booking. Booking is here, and I'll just go to the admin side. Sorry. This is the new booking. As you can see it again, gave 103. 103 has a price of 900. So accordingly, it should give 1,800, but it gives a discounted price, as you can see, which is whatever the percentage was for faculty. So yeah, you can just update the booking like this, and it works. So yeah, let's get back to the slides. Yeah. So like you asked for a difficulty, so I'm just showcasing it. The major difficulty I've faced in this project was mainly the time factor. Like it was a big project. I needed to learn a lot of Node React to make this work, which was a time-consuming task, and to be honest, not really as feasible to be done in like 2 to 3 weeks, considering we also have other classes and projects and assignments to do. But again, based on the time available, this is what I have done. I am aware, I know what you must be thinking, like a lot of features could be implemented in this, like a notification system within the interface, some analytics for the admin based on some reviews that might be submitted. And I'm aware that that could be done, but due to, like, again, the lack of time, I was not able to do that. Hopefully, you'll consider that. But yeah, this is something that can really be improved. And this is just the start of it, what I have done for the course project. And again, that creating the logic to determine the best available room took like a significant portion of time. Um, yeah, and again, developing the user interface in React and understanding all the components, debugging all of that, that is a headache in itself. But yeah, I feel like I learned a lot doing this project. Um Learning Node React will be very useful. But yeah, this is what I have done for the project. Don't really have anything else to show really. Like this is the about page, like simple about page for this. Apart from that, this is as I can said, the SQL database. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this. So yeah, thank you.